Hello guys, and very welcome to this unboxing video. I have my BMS arrived after I think 5 months or something. So it's crazy long waiting time there. But however, now I have it and it's time to open up the box and see what we will find inside. And as always, very welcome. And yes, I have just borrowed this heater here. It's an Airx, it's the mid-size one, so it's pretty big for this small garage that I have. My old stuff is there, and you don't need this exhaust pipe, but this is a small area, so I put it on there anyway. But my plan is not to talk about this heater. I'm going to open up this BMS here. Alright guys, here is everything that I have ordered. So to start with, we have the balance leads here. And as you can see, I had to order 3 of those harnesses, because one harness here can control up to 36 cells, and that's the same as 3 modules in my battery. But I have 9 modules, and that's the same as 108 cells. So therefore I ended up with 3 of those balance harnesses. So a lot of soldering has to be done here before I have everything connected to my battery. And here we have the wires for the power supply, and this unit supports 12 to 30 volts of input. And then we also have the control wires to any relays or other stuff. And we also have 2 campus ports here. And that's great, because then you can have your BMS hooked up to your inverter and at the same time do some settings with your computer if you have to do that. And here we have 8 temp sensors, and we also have the connector here to the current sensor. And then the current sensor itself, of course, a campus interface, so you can connect your BMS to your computer and do all the settings, and of course the BMS itself. So let's open this up and take a closer look at it. Yep, here it is. It looks really nice, and it's very flexible, but still not too flexible. It feels like high quality cables. And then the ends are marked from -1 to 36. And the -1 is of course your main negative here. And then you have cell number 1 up to 36. And then we also have color markings here, so each module have its own color, but of course in only 3 colors, because the colors repeat itself to the other harnesses here. But that's fine. That will make it much easier when I am going to solder this to the module connectors later on. Okay, let's open up the rest of them. And let's open this one up. This one was for the power supply and the communication, and also the control wires for your relays or other stuff. So here is the connector for the power supply, and here you also have the 2 campus cables, and then you have a lot of other outputs and inputs. So let's open up the temp sensors here and take a look at those. So here are 8 temp sensors. Here's a close-up on those. And here we have the connector that will go into the BMS. And then we have the current sensor connector. So that's what's inside of this harness, and I have plans for those thermistors here, and maybe change those out if they have the same readings as those thermistors inside of my battery module. So I will do some testing on those later on. But there we have that, and then we have the current sensor. So here's that one. And this is rated up to 350 amps. And the smallest one you can order is 200 amps up to 500 amps. All right. And then we have the CAN interface. Comes with a cable. And the campus interface itself, of course. And how you should wire it. And there is also a small connector so you can hook this up together with this campus adapter here, but that connector are currently laying at my work now, so that's why I don't have it here. And then we of course have the BMS itself. So let's open this up. It's very well packed. And this is some static shield bag. So here it is. And we actually have a small, not a dent, but I will just take care of that. That will do. So here is a connector for the power supply and the control wires, and also the programming wires there for the CAN-bus 1 and 2. And then we have the connectors for the temp sensors and the current sensor here. And on this side here are the 3 connectors for the balance leads. So your module 1 to 3 will go into this connector here, and 4 to 6 will go into this connector here, and 7 to 9 will go into this third connector here. All right, it looks really nice, and now I just have to start this hard work to solder everything. Hard work, but it's at least very time consuming there. So I will just start this up, and I maybe do a video on that too. I don't know, let's see about that. However, here is the Orion BMS. A little unboxing and a closer look at the stuff that I have ordered. And my first feeling is that it seems to be a really good one. Good quality cables, pretty solid stuff here. And I've also looked at the programming software. It seems to be really straightforward, it's easy to understand. You of course need some base knowledge regarding the cell voltage and the cell chemistry and well, battery stuff, simple as that. If you know all of those numbers, just print it into the program and then send it over to the BMS. And the BMS will probably start doing what it should be doing there. And that is balance the cells and turn off the power to the inverter if something bad is going on there. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope I see you next time. Take care and goodbye.